Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Titanium Legman, and today we finish off the Great O Army, we kill Valter, we dig up all the stuff in the buried treasure deposits of the desert, and we move on with our lives. How are we going to do this, you might ask? Well, we really only have a few major targets that we have to deal with looking at it. We have a couple of troubadours, one of whom has sleep, that are going to be spending a lot of their time healing. We have this ranger, who could be a problem for our flyers, and this paladin with a silver lance, who could just do a lot of damage in general. Once we can punch through them, we can just kind of lure out the rest of the wyvern riders, and I don't think it'll be too big of a concern. So to start, we need to figure out who we want to send in here to draw the fire. And realistically, I think there's really only one option. I think it's just got to be Amelia. It just has to be. More than anyone else, she is the one who can take the hits. Even if she gets put to sleep, she'll be fine. I think that's the way to go. Get a random couple of heals in here. I'm very excited to move beyond this chapter. It's a cool chapter. A lot going on. The fact that we've got two bosses on two different sides. We move all around the map. It feels like a proper war. But also, it can get a little bit tiresome with all of the reinforcements and moving through the sand and having to find hidden items and stuff. I've actually had a number of campaigns in Sacred Stones sputter to a halt simply because I just didn't feel like dealing with this chapter. So it'll be good to finally be past it and move on to some bigger and better stuff. Yeah, come here. Oh, you're done, buddy. You're so done. The only thing about this is we don't want Amelia to get too much experience. We do have other people that we need to get to 20 to promote. But when it comes to punching through a dangerous line like this, sometimes you just have to throw a big unit at it and let them absorb some of the hits. Interesting that the Paladin didn't come after us. I'm not sure why. Also interesting that the Troubadour isn't trying to put us to sleep. I don't know if that's because we aren't in range of the Wyvern Riders. I'm not actually sure what that's about. I'm tempted to put Ross in there. I think we will. Not within range of the Wyvern Riders, but definitely within range of the Paladin. And see if that lures him out and, triggers the Troubadour. Let's not have a Sword Reaver equipped so he doesn't get stomped. We're out of range of the Wyvern Riders. We'll have Amelia here for backup, as well as Dussel. We can move Natasha up because she won't be in danger of anything. And really, at this point, we can pretty much stack the rest of the team behind them, so long as they're not in range of the Paladin. Because even if someone gets put to sleep, I mean, that's fine. Better someone in the back. Alright, we're good as long as we follow this little path here. We'll get a dance for the sake of it. As long as we're stacked up behind the frontliners here, anyone who gets put to sleep will be fine, because they won't be in range of anything dangerous anyway, so. We could even probably start working on some more of these Wyvern Riders now that I think about it. Because this guy doesn't seem inclined to move. He's got a range of 10, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 9, 10. Okay. So realistically speaking, if we go after one of these Wyvern Riders, he could shoot at us, so we'll wait just in case he gets the hit. Because that could actually potentially kill somebody if a Wyvern Rider and the Eclipse Magic both hit. Hey, there's the sleep. Okay. If this hits, I'll be shocked. Okay. Not that it matters. I would have just healed him anyway, but still. That's just the principle of the thing. And the Paladin's still not going for it. Very, very interesting. Okay. Well, so see, what we have to worry about here is just getting swarmed by Wyvern Riders. So I think the play here is going to be to build a line with our troops who we know can take the hit. We'll put that iron sword on because, goddammit, I want to see her animations with it. They're so good. Okay. Let's move people up. I know this is a very tenuous, delicate advance, but with the force that they have poised, ready to strike, it is entirely possible that they could just destroy someone and force a restart. So, in the effort to be smart about it, we're going to do this carefully until they start moving. Here they come. Okay, cool. It took some time, but we got there. Dussel! Light him up! Let's go! Yeah, buddy. Smoked him. Dussel's a beast. I love Dussel. He's so great. I know I've gushed about him before, but he just is. He's awesome. Good dodge, Ross. Nice chunk of damage. Excellent. Could have gotten speed there. Would have been nice, but what can you do? You go for Joshua, of all people, with the extremely low chance to hit ranged magic. Really? I mean, it's a ballsy move, but clearly not one that was going to work out well for him. Alright, we got this now. Alright, we do have a couple Wyvern Riders that hung back, so that'll be something to consider, but we can get some good chunky damage in here. I think we'll have Amelia soften this guy up so that Tana can come in and finish him off. Check out this sword animation, it's sick. Look at that sword! Look at that big-ass sword, dude! It's so awesome! Smack! Oh, dude, I love it. I love it so much. It's so cool. Alright. Cormag, if you would do the honors. Thank you. We can finish off this troubadour. Alright. We can finish blitzing these guys down. We'll go for the hit here just to see if he gets it. Nice. Maybe dodge? Alright, fair enough. No Wyvern Rider is going to kill Dussel anyway, so he can take 10 damage, that's fine. And we can... I was going to say we could give the kill to Ewan, but I kind of don't want to get him more experience here. Because, I should specify. There's the item that I've been kind of alluding to a little bit. We'll give it to Arter. There's an item that you can get that... I don't remember the exact name of it, but basically what it does is it gives a flat boost, either 5% or 10%, again, can't remember specifically, to all of that unit's stats, so that just all, or not their stats, their growth rates. So every single stat they have just has that percentage higher of a chance to go up, which is obviously huge. I can turn almost any unit into an absolute powerhouse. You still have to worry about, like, you know, characters like Noel, again, as much as I hate to say it, who just are not the best. Shouldn't have brought a steel lance to an axe fight, my guy. That was your first mistake. We'll go for this. Soften it up with Ewan. Even if he gets hit, we have Natasha there. She can heal. It's fine. Ow. It'll get him more weapon XP, which is good. We definitely need to get that leveled as much as we can, as fast as we can. We want to be able to get him to Nosferatu, which requires C. Oh, never mind. He already has C. Okay, whoops. He's good. Disregard. The boy is okay. I had no idea that he was already at that point. Alright, let's get Naimi up here so that Colm can get the kill. There we go. Nice. Nice. He's at 19, isn't he? He is. Cool. So he'll get 10 XP for getting the steal on this guiding ring, and then we just have him fight something, basically, and he'll be at 20, and we can promote him. Sick. See if we can toss another heal somewhere where it's needed. Probably Dustle just to be safe. You never know. You get over cocky one too many times and it comes around to bite you in the ass. Such is the Fire Emblem way. For example, hits that you would never expect to hit. Fortunately, nothing else can get to her, and the Eclipse guy is literally incapable of killing her, so... And hitting her as well. This poor guy, he's so scary in concept, but he's so impotent because he can't hit a damn thing. Bum, 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 bum. Alright. So we've got a softened up guy there. We do have to watch the Berserker as well. Oh, so the Devil Axe, I should highlight, because I don't think I've talked about it yet. The Devil Axe, as you can see, is insanely strong. Anyone who can wield an axe can wield it. It's got 18 might, so it's one of the strongest weapons in the game. Low chance to hit, and it's heavy. However, might injure its wielder. So basically, I think it's... I can't remember the exact formula. I want to say it's like a 50% chance that it'll trigger. That is then mitigated by your luck. And when it says it might injure its wielder, it literally means there's a chance that when you hit something, it'll just deal the damage to you instead. Okay. So we do have to watch that. More likely than not, he'll just kill himself on us, honestly. But we'd rather not give him the chance to hit at all. Or if we do give him the chance to have him hit something like Amelia that he's not going to actually be able to hit. That's actually a great idea. We're going to do that. We'll just put her here with the sword. She'll have the extra avoid from being on the forest. She'll have weapon triangle advantage. She's Amelia. She'll be alright. Okay. We can soften this up with Null. That's fine. Or not. Or we won't. Because Null is being Null. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well. Wait, all Naimi has left is the longbow? Are you serious? Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Ugh. Yeah, why not? Get some extra damage, some extra experience. And Naimi cannot pull a bow out of the convoy because apparently she's just out. I had no idea. Alright, well, we need to buy some bows for Naimi, it seems. Goodbye! You might wonder, why did I choose to use the silver bow there instead of the longbow? It's a simple matter of utility. The longbow has a unique purpose, a unique ability that we can't replicate anywhere else. If we don't have a longbow, we aren't able to do that. Flat out, period. Come on, get the crit. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Cool beans. God, look at that stat line, dude. Oh, so good. So now we can get him... I think we need the Master Seal for him, because I think we... Oh no, we're saving the Ocean Seal for Ross, right. But we can use the Master Seal on him and get him promoted right now. which is, again, awesome. A lot of extraneous damage that we took this turn, which is fine. Because we do have Natasha, super healer, and Tethys to keep her going. And no, Valter doesn't move. Because he's on a fort and he wants to stay there. So we're not just inadvertently putting people in his firing line because he would murder us. Straight up. Valter's nasty. We're going to be very, very, very careful approaching him. Or, I mean, throw Amelia at him, but, you know. we can't use the Amelia defense every time. Oh, this poor bastard. Sorry, buddy. Whack! Whack! Oh, it's too good. It's too good. Nice. That's fine. Amelia's stats are strong enough. She can take a bad leveler. 2 or 3 even, honestly. Nope. Nice. Okay. I believe Colm has room in his inventory. I believe I was wrong. Well, Naimi, you have room in your inventory. Thank you. And steel, guiding ring, yoink. Thank you. Our soon-to-be promoted mage or healer of some variety. Thanks you for your service. Okay, not messing with that. This sounds like a job for Joshua. We'll get him in there. He could use the XP. He's a little bit behind everybody, so. Nice. Level for Tethys. Always good. It's funny. I said I wasn't really going to use Tethys that much, and yet here we are. I've grown character development from what I once was. Whack! See you, buddy. Hell yeah. Hell yeah! Devil Axe that we are never going to use because I'm never willing to take that risk ever, 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 ever. It scares the ever-loving Christ out of me. Bonk! See ya. Yeah, the first time I used the Devil Axe and it backfired horribly on me when I was a kid, I don't think I really read the description, or if I did, I wasn't really paying close enough attention. And it came around to bite me real bad. And Ross died horribly in the middle of a very important mission. And that was that. And I've never touched the Devil Axe again. Alright. So now... Wait a second. Where's... Tethys has it. Oh! Oh my god, I thought I lost the ocean seal. Jesus! Okay. Woo! Okay. Where's my master seal then? Ephraim has it. Alright, cool, cool, cool. We're good! Everything's fine! Everybody calm down! Oh, Lord. Wow, I nearly gave myself a heart attack there. Okay. So, how do we want to go about doing this? There's 2 very specific things that need to happen here. One, actually I need to get some items out of Colm's inventory. Really just that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and steal the Philly shield. Feely. That Valter has that removes the flyer's weakness to arrows. I'm going to steal that from him with Colm. That way, Valter is vulnerable, and when I'm ready to move in and finish him off, we can just do it. Then, I'm going to cut the video, and I'm going to send Colm around with some flyer escorts and gather up all the items. It's not a lengthy process, but it's not one that any of you need to see. I will come back, put up a graphic on the screen that shows exactly where the items are and what they are. And then we'll come back and we'll kill Valter. So for now, let's get everybody moved up here. Okay. Colm, if you would do the honors. Yoink! Nice. And yes, he would normally drop that. It was glowing green. We know that for a fact. But, this way we can at least shoot it with arrows. And that'll help. Okay. Actually, one other thing that I want to do before I cut the video is I want to promote Colm. And here we go. So, thieves, and by thieves I mean Colm, because he is the only thief that we can get, can turn into assassins or rogues. Assassins you are probably not familiar with. Rogues, if you recognize Renais in this, Renais is a rogue. Rogues are, I think, there were thief fighters in some of the really old games, but rogues are new to the GBA games, specifically. And they're okay. I much prefer Colm as an assassin. I think he just performs better as a fighting unit. Rogues get the benefit of being able to pick locks without a lockpick, which there is something to be said for that, because otherwise you have to buy lockpicks or steal them from other thieves, and it can be a little bit of a hassle. However, they just never perform as well in combat for me, and maybe that's just bias, but that's just been my experience. Assassins, on the other hand, can use lockpicks still, so just like Colm as he is now. They're better combat units, in my experience. They're cooler. And also they get Silencer, which is, I think, a skill % chance to have it activate, and they will just insta-kill whatever it is they're fighting. Like, they'll just one-shot it. Done. Which is pretty awesome. So, unquestioningly, we're making Colm an assassin. I have made him a rogue before. I don't know if he just got stat screwed, but it just didn't feel as good as having him as an assassin, so I'm going to go with assassin. Nice little boost to his defensive stats. Those are probably the last boosts we're ever going to see for him. And I mean, look at that sprite. Like, that's legit. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, so when we come back, I will have all the items. I will put that infographic on screen. I will highlight them quickly so that you know what it is that we have. And we will finish off Valter. So, see you guys soon. And we're back! Hello, everyone. We do indeed have a totality of items collected here. Allow me to just highlight them for you. So, going from the top left across in rows, we have a Warp Staff, which I highlighted previously as being an item that a staff user could use to move a unit that was adjacent to them somewhere else within the range. Very powerful, very limited, so I have to be careful about its use. Moving across the map to the top right corner, we have the Silver Card, which I also highlighted before when we picked it up, which halves the cost of all items in any shop that the person who's holding it goes to, which is, again, excellent. Very, 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 very useful, and it will mean that we have a designated shopper at all times from now on. Moving back to the left side of the map, we have a Silence Staff, which does exactly as you might expect. It allows a staff user to inflict the Silence status effect on another magic user, preventing them from using magic for the duration. Again, very handy in the right circumstances. Below that, on the left-hand side of the map, we have a Body Ring. Very simple. You use it on someone, and like any other stat increase item, it increases their Constitution, in this case, by 2. Much more rare and much more difficult to increase. Constitution is a very important stat because obviously it impacts how capable a unit is of wielding a heavy weapon and how much of a negative impact, if any, it has on their speed stat. So, if you have a unit that uses light weapons but is still rather frail, like, say, Eirika, or really even Colm, or some of our other sword users, you can give them a Body Ring, and they're just that more adept at holding their weapon and thus attacking more quickly. Very, very important. To the right of that, we have a Worm Slayer. It is the sword version of the Dragon Axe and the Dragon Lance, I want to say. I think we have a Dragon Lance on somebody, don't we? Amelia? The Dragon Spear, that's what it is. So it's a sword version of that, same effect, effective against wyverns, dragons, etc. Good stuff. To the right of that, we have the Swift Soul, which is another stat increase item. When used on somebody, it increases their movement range by 2, which is massive, as I'm sure you can imagine. The 2 most likely recipients for this will be Amelia, so she can have 7 range as a general, or Tethys, so she can have 7 range as a dancer and keep up with some of our other units. A lot of people like to give it to the dancer. I'm biased and like to give it to Amelia, so it's probably what we're going to do, but we'll see. I'll decide on that in a little bit. Slightly to the right and up from the Swift Soul on the map is Metis's Tome, which is the item I was talking about that increases your stats, or your growth rates, by X amount. So that's going to be getting used on Ewan. He has the most potential gain there, as he's the lowest leveled of all of our units, and I think it'll give him the bump that he needs to help recover from some of the bad stat-ups that he's gotten before. Finally, below the Worm Slayer, we have a Killer Bow. Very self-explanatory. It's a Killing Edge or Killing Lance, whatever, but a bow. So it'll be excellent on Naimi, especially with her crit bonuses from being supported with Culm. So looking forward to that. May very well wind up using it on Valter. We'll see. And then finally, from behind Valter, we got an Eclipse Tome. It's just as bad for us as it is for the enemy. Basically, it's just too inaccurate. We'll probably wind up selling it, but it's there. We have it. So with that said, we have a boss to kill. And I have a few different ideas on how I want to do it. As mentioned, I'm definitely considering taking a Killer Bow to him with Naimi. And potentially, I don't know if we have a Lance Reaver left on anybody. I don't think we do. A Lance Reaver on Culm would do good work as well. But as it is, I mean, ugh, don't like the chances there. Something else to consider with Valter as well. First of all, he has a Spear equipped, so he can attack from any range. He has a Killer Lance, which means that his ability to crit will be really nasty. And he's a Wyvern Knight, which means he has the Pierce ability, which means he has, I believe it's just a skill percent chance to activate Pierce, which either completely negates or halves an enemy's defense, giving him a huge damage boost. So we want to avoid that happening at all costs. So the question is, how do we want to approach this? I'm thinking we might want to soften him up with Amelia, who should be able to take any hit he can dish out, and then finish the job, potentially with Naimi. We'll see. We're going to take this opportunity, though, to move up, and then engage. We need Ewan to be in supporting position. Okay. Okay. So Amelia will actually be able to do really good damage. I mean, that's just with an Iron Lance. She will likely not get hit. She could even crit. What's the Dragon Spear? She could just kill him with that. We would like to avoid that if possible. What is Naimi's damage looking like? Ooh, double air. That would be bad. I mean, obviously, huge damage opportunity here with the Silver Bow. There is a chance she could get crit, which I would really want to avoid. Alright, I think we're going to go for the chip damage here with Amelia, and then try and finish him off with Naimi. I've no use for these bloodless minnows. Give me prey that will sate my bloodlust. I hunger! Oh, the crit! There we go. That's what we're talking about. I swear Valter is actually really strong. Amelia is just stupidly broken. Alright, cool. Well, with that much damage in, can we potentially finish him with Ross? We could. We could. It would be risky. But we're going to try it. Let's go! Come on, Ross! Boom! And that should be a level for Ross, which means he can hit Berserker. And down he goes. Boom. That's a level for Ross, which means we've got Berserker Ross coming in hot. And he got a point of speed. Hallelujah. Oh my, this is the slowest, tankiest Ross I think I've ever had. Brother! Eirika! Oh, Ephraim, I've missed you so. And I've missed you. I can't tell you how happy I am to see you safe. Oh, I almost forgot. I have something to give you. What are these? These are called Sacred Twins. We took these relics from Grado. The Dark Tome Gleipnir and the Black Axe Garm. I doubt either of us can use them, but why not see if one of your compatriots can use them? They might have better luck. They're from Grado. Does this mean Grado Keep has fallen? Yes. I conquered the capital and defeated Emperor Vigade. But still. Eirika, may I make a suggestion? We've been able to join forces here, so how about if we all get together and trade information? There are people on both sides waiting, after all. Gleipnir and Garm, baby. So, these are awesome. Garm is my favorite Sacred Twin weapon in the game. It's disgusting. I mean, look at this thing. It's the S-rank axe. It is the best axe in the game, hands down. 20 might, 75 hit, only 13 weight, which is actually not bad for an axe, and it gives +5 to speed. It's disgusting. It's so good. Ross with this thing, granted he has speed issues right now, but we're going to try and remedy those. But Ross with this thing is an absolute monstrosity. Like, it's ridiculous how strong he is with this. Then we have Gleipnir. Gleipnir is good. I mean, you can't argue with 23 might on a tome. Like, anything that gets within range of this thing is going to get blown out. The issue is it's insanely heavy. I mean, 20 weight. No one's doubling with this unless they're attacking something that's heinously slow. It's got a good chance to hit, 80 hit, and it gives skill +5, so it's going to be even more accurate. The issue, and something that we haven't really highlighted much, is all of the Sacred Twin weapons have effective damage against monsters, so meaning they do double, triple damage, like they crit automatically. And then can crit on top of that. Except for Gleipnir. I don't know if it's because it's a Dark Tome and thus isn't as effective, or if it's a glitch, but for whatever reason, Gleipnir is not super effective, for all intents and purposes, against monsters, and that sucks. It's still strong, don't get me wrong, but of all of the Sacred Twin weapons, it is definitely the lowest on the list, which is unfortunate, because it's dark magic. Dark magic is cool, but what are you going to do? Alright. I see unfamiliar faces among you here, so allow me to introduce myself. This is like the 5th voice I've had for Ephraim, I think. I'm Ephraim, Eirika's brother and Crown Prince of Renais. I'm the Princess La Rochelle of Rouston. The pleasure is mine, of course. I'll begin by telling you of how we've fared in our mission. We seized the Grado capital and defeated her Emperor, Vigade. Grado's capital guard have, to a man, surrendered and laid down their arms. Pockets of resistance remain, but the war itself is over. Is that so? However, something remains that still bothers me. A great old man named Noel told me about something called a Dark Stone. Their mages had uncovered lore that led them to craft a powerful magic stone. This Dark Stone may have been the catalyst of Grado's transformation. It seems to be the source of that black wave of energy Myr described. Vigade died some time ago, but the power of the stone played him like a puppet. The war and everything that passed since was planned by the Dark Stone's master. Well, who is it? I still can't believe it, but I'll tell you nonetheless. According to Noel, the man behind this is Leon, the Imperial Prince. He said Leon's got the Darkstone. Figures it's Prince Leon? No, that doesn't make any sense. Ephraim and I know Leon better than that. We've been friends for years. Leon's not the sort of person who could start a war like this. But Eirika, I saw Leon recently. Ephraim, you might know this, but after I abandoned the sea route to Rovston, I traveled overland with Prince Ernesta Yehenna. We ran into trouble with Grado's forces, and I chanced upon Leon. He didn't share the details of his situation, but he intimated that he was on our side. Despite all appearances, he was on our side. So Leon... Eirika, I also met Leon. Did you really? Yes. But he was like a completely different person. To be honest, he didn't seem to be completely human. Ephraim, what are you saying? I'll tell you what I saw. I found Leon inside Grado Keep. This is what he told me. He said he was behind this war. He said he'd befriended us solely so that, one day, he could invade Renais. He told me he killed our father. That can't... I know. I can't believe it either. I refuse to believe it. How could he have planned all this since he was a child? I simply can't fathom it. I've heard Leon changed when he acquired the Darkstone. I have no interest in magic, but there was something uncanny about him. It seemed almost as though he were being controlled by something himself. The two of you might find this hard to accept, but the state of Prince Leon's heart matters little. He has the Darkstone. That rock is the cause of all that's happened. The prince must be stopped. Not yet. There is something that needs doing first. La Rochelle? Prince Ephraim, I do believe you felt it as well. The Darkstone held by Prince Leon. It exudes a malefic miasma. We might be able to handle Prince Leon alone, but that stone is beyond our ken. Then, what do you suggest? The Sacred Stones. The Sacred Stones? We've all heard the legend of the 5 Sacred Stones. They alone possess the power to seal the Demon King away forever. So, of course, to dispel demonic magic, we must use the Sacred Stones. You expect us to pin the outcome of this war on some fool legend. Not just a legend. We also have hope. According to Leon, he's already seen to the destruction of Grado's, Frelia's, and Yehenna's stones. Well, that explains something. Grado forces attacked me, intent on destroying the Stone of Renais. If that could be the reason they chose to invade Renais, the power of the Sacred Stones may be greater than we'd ever known. Yes, exactly! If we acquire a Sacred Stone, we'll be able to oppose the Darkstone's might. But 3 of the stones have been shattered and our options are few. Do you suppose that during the invasion of Renais? No, I don't think so. The Stone of Renais is hidden by the power of Eirika's and my bracelets. Grado has made many attempts to take the bracelets. Every one has failed, and so the stone may still be safe. We have to confirm that, of course. We defeated Grado, and we must turn our eyes to our homeland. It's time to return to Renais. Lady Mer. Salah. I'm grateful to see you well. The people of Caer will be overjoyed that you're safe. I must apologize to you, Salah. You were there to protect me from the very start of my journey. When we were attacked, I was separated from you, and I'm so sorry to have worried you. Lady Mer, as long as you are safe, we have nothing to be worried about. It will be my honor to serve you until your mission is complete. Thank you, Salah. Woohoo! We did it! We did it! Chapter 15 is complete. So one thing that I want to do, we're going to save here, go to Chapter 16, Ruled by Madness, and we'll see that our next objective is the Castle of Renais. Ooh, that's a Cyclops. Cyclops are nasty, nasty critters. We haven't had the misfortune to fight one yet, but one thing I want to do, just because he's 20 and I love him, is I want to get Ross promoted. Now, this might be a little bit of a futile gesture, because we have a little bit of a rewind to take part in, but we'll get to that in a second. Ooh, that max strength. Ah, perfect. Yes, I'm sure I want to use an ocean seal. No, I don't want him to be a warrior. I want him to be a berserker. God damn it, let's go! Berserkers are awesome. As previously mentioned, they're like the axe-wielding versions of sword masters. They get a passive bonus to their crit. They sling giant honking axes around. They're just my favorite. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. I'm probably going to have to toss a couple of speed wings his way, unfortunately. But you'll notice his constitution is 13. What magnificently powerful axe did we just acquire that has a weight of 13? That's right. Ross can wield Garm without any attack speed penalties. Boom! Awesome. Okay. So, I'm going to save this here. What do we have to look forward to here? Well, let's go into the menu here real quick again. We have to go back to the past, Samurai Jack, and engage on Ephraim's story. I did promise when we got to the route split, what feels like so long ago now, that I would highlight Ephraim's journey, and at the end of it, we could decide what route we wanted to stick with as our canon choice. If we wanted to go with Eirika's route, or if we wanted to go with Ephraim's route. Personally, I'm leaning towards Eirika's route, just because that's what we started with, but we'll go through Ephraim's route, show it off for the sake of completion, and we'll see how our units turn out. Maybe we'll like them a lot more there, and we'll go with that. So, I'm going to try and be as expedient with that as I can. There is a decent chunk of game left, even post Chapter 16, so I don't want to devote too much time to grinding through stuff. I might skip some things. We'll see. I'll figure out how I want to do it as I record it. But for now, that's where we're at. So, when we pick up next, it will not be with Chapter 16 Ruled by Madness, but it will be a rewinding of time to a new journey where we can follow Ephraim. Until then, thank you all so much for watching. I do very much appreciate it. If you know someone that you think would enjoy this series, or any of my other series, if you could shoot them a link, I would very much appreciate that. I'm doing everything I can to grow this channel, and with your help, it might be all the easier. Until the next time, I do hope you all have a good night. Stay safe and healthy out there. And remember, be good to each other. Bye now.